What's up, guys? I'm K. Scholl. Welcome to another financial awareness video. IPOE SPAC, SoFi SPAC, whatever you want to call it. Yes, the SoFi that many of us know as the student loan company is going public through a SPAC, which stands for Special Purchase Acquisition Company. The ticker that they are trading under is IPOE, which is run by former Facebook exec and outspoken investor for retail traders, Chamath Palihapitiya. I'm pretty excited to share this with you, and I knew going into the planning and prep for this video that I'd be pretty excited to make this one, and that excitement might translate and come through in my tone. So instead of waiting until the end of the video, I wanted to tell you a couple things right up front. Number one, yes, I was a financial advisor for over 8 years, but I am no longer a financial advisor, and more importantly, I am not your financial advisor. Furthermore, I'm sure you are, but just in case, you should be doing your own due diligence and don't just watch one YouTube video and then go buy this stock. That would be silly. But I am going to be making the case as to why I personally think that this SPAC, that SoFi, is a great long-term investment, and you should know that from the jump. Number two, yes, I already have an entry-level position with IPOE, and after buying in, the stock did dip below my original purchase price. So I bought more, twice. My average price is under $19, and at the time of filming this video, the stock has climbed and jumped up from there. However, even if it did drop below what I originally purchased it at, I would likely buy more because I just love what SoFi and what IPOE is doing to disrupt the financial services industry. Okay, let's talk about SoFi and IPOE. Their number one goal is to help their members get their money right, which is very altruistic. So let's just take a minute and dive in a little deeper and see what products they have on how they plan to accomplish their members getting their money right. So we're going to start right here at their main website. As you can see here, this is under the product section. You've got SoFi Money, pay no account fees and get rewarded as you spend and save. When I was researching their products, this new SoFi credit card was actually pretty interesting to me. It is 2% unlimited cash back. And if you have your student loans and this credit card with SoFi, you actually can automatically use that 2% cash back to be applied towards paying down your student loan debt. So again, imagine being a college student and having student loans and getting a credit card with SoFi and using that rewards points to pay down your debt. Pretty nice little tie-in there. You've got SoFi Relay to help you track your money. You've got SoFi Invest, trade stocks, ETFs, buy crypto, and more. They are actually actively hiring financial advisors that have their Series 7 that are licensed so that when these customers and when these SoFi members and clients call that 1-800 number, they're actually speaking with a licensed financial advisor. They are actively hiring people in that industry right now. So again, yet another feather in their cap of how they're going to be slowly over time taking market share little by little from some of these bigger players. You've got student loan refinancing. Obviously, that's kind of what I started out my relationship with SoFi with, and that's what we have. You've got personal loans, home loans, private student loans, undergraduate loans, graduate student loans, law and MBA loans, parent student loans, SoFi Protect, renters insurance, homeowners insurance, auto, life insurance, SoFi at work, small business financing. So you really go through their list of products and you really get a good feel of not just one stage of life that an investor or that somebody that has student loans goes through. They really are trying to make a play at being a one-stop shop. And if you imagine, what if a college student starts the relationship off after graduation with SoFi and they have a great experience with their student loan product platform? It would be very easy for them to transition over to, say, a SoFi credit card to help them pay down their student loans, to maybe get a mortgage for their first home purchase. So you could really easily see how a customer could potentially be with a company like SoFi for a very long time. Just looking at their products, though, isn't enough. If you're truly going to be investing in a company for a while, it's a good idea for you to pop open the hood and take a look and dive inside to see what's going on internally within their operations. Warren Buffett has been quoted by saying that he doesn't invest in companies that he doesn't understand. So it would be a really good idea for you to take a look and see what's going on inside through the investor relations page with SoFi so that you can familiarize yourself with what SoFi is trying to accomplish. What you're going to want to do is go to their main website, SoFi.com, and scroll all the way down to the bottom and look for that hyperlink that says investors. That's where you're going to want to look and click that to see not only all of their SEC filings, but a lot of other really good, healthy information as well. And that's where I pulled some of this information for this video today. For example, one of their most recent SEC filings is SEC Form 425, where Chamath tweeted about people leaving Robinhood, and he is encouraging them to move their money over to SoFi. What a great leader at the helm to be that isn't afraid to tweet and to promote a company that he is so passionate about and fully behind. I think that is fantastic. And honestly, I think that's one of the things that you want in one of the leaders of the company. Really cool. Okay, now we're going to take a quick minute and scroll through their investor call deck. I'm not going to go through every single page with you, but I do want to go through a few and just simply make a few notations on some of these things. So here you go. You've got your first page. I'm just going to keep scrolling past these disclaimers. Obviously, you see SoFi's mission to help our members achieve financial independence to realize their ambitions. Love that. Fantastic. We're going to just keep scrolling past all this. Okay, so why SoFi? Our key points of differentiation. They want to build a trusted relationship and show that our products are better when used together. Again, they're trying to bundle more than one of their products together per customer, per member, per client. Obviously, fastest way to do everything, broad array of products across member lifecycle. Again, the member lifecycle, same concept. They're trying to draw people in on more than one product. All right, convenience, we're gonna keep scrolling down. Okay, this is what I wanted to talk about. The SoFi strategy, a member experience and full suite of products that leverages the FSPL, the Financial Services Productivity Loop. So we're just gonna highlight this real quick and we'll zoom in on this. You've got student loans, money, invest, personal loans, credit cards, home loans, and it's just this constant cycle of different financial needs that people will have throughout their life. I mentioned this a moment ago about how they might acquire somebody as a client or a member right after graduation and help them refinance all of their student loans, both federal and private, and they have a whole suite, a whole array of products to help them do that. And then they will help them manage their money, they will help them track their money, they will help them invest their money. And it's not just robo, right? You pick up the phone, you call, you're gonna speak with a SoFi financial advisor that is fully licensed and can help answer a lot of questions. Personal loans, credit cards, we talked about a moment ago. This is another thing that I really liked when I saw. Okay, I want to jump into this again real quick here. Leveraging the Financial Services Productivity Loop, the FSPL strategy, we're building trust and a relationship in the first product drives success in the next product, right? Which results in highest LTV and lowest customer acquisition cost, resulting in their competitive advantage. Building our products so that they are better when used together further builds our competitive advantage in driving SoFi's financial services productivity loop. So as you can see, they're really trying to lower their customer acquisition cost by having more than one product that people are going to use throughout their life. Okay, so here we go. World-class management team that combines expertise in technology and financial services. Google any one of these people. Anthony Noto has specifically been in the news and talked very, very highly about with his experience with some of the organizations that he's been involved with. But you just go through this list of people and you really realize and recognize that it's a pretty solid team that they've got put together here. SoFi uniquely offers a full suite of financial products all on one app to help members get their money right. So again, here's a little SoFi timeline for you. Launched in January 2019. Q1 of 2019, they launched Money, and then Relay, and then Invest, and then in Q1 of 2019, again, Home Loans. So really over 2019 and 2020, they've really been growing their products by quite a bit. And then in-school loans in Q3 of 2019, credit card in Q4 of 2020. Again, I mentioned that's one of the newer ones. And then SoFi Rewards. Okay, you keep scrolling down. 6 consecutive quarters of accelerating year-over-year growth. And then this last one here, this 3,000, this is 2021 E, which means expected, what they are anticipating. So they're almost a 75% year-over-year growth, pretty good. We'll see how that actually shakes up by the end of 2021, but according to this slide deck pitch, it does look pretty appealing. Nearly doubling our multi-product members to 775. This is exactly what I was talking about a minute ago. What they're really trying to accomplish is have each member, each client own more than one of their products, because as you own more and more of SoFi's products, that customer acquisition cost is lower and lower, and you continuously are able to help people throughout the lifespan of their investing lifespan or of their life. Also wanted to talk about Galileo, because they actually acquired Galileo, and with that software partnership, which is what is driving a lot of that SoFi app, really good tech platform here. Tech platform accelerates SoFi FSPL, distributes SoFi products via Galileo partners, and builds AWS of FinTech. All right, so let's take a look and see some of their financials. So as you can see here, accelerating revenue growth in 2021 with strong incremental adjusted EBITDA margins through 2025. This is what you want to see when you're investing in a company that's growing. That upward trend of 19, 20, 2021, 2022. Again, this is estimates. That's what they're projecting. So as this stock continues to fluctuate up and down in price and it gets traded, we will be very interested to see how well they are doing to hit some of these benchmarks that they're putting in this investor slide deck. Okay, and then here are some more financials and fundamentals. Growth at scale and meaningful profitability, 43% revenue, cumulative annual growth rate, that CAGR right there, and a 30% adjusted EBITDA margins. Take a look at some of these numbers here. You don't have to necessarily fully understand, if you are brand new to investing, how to read some of these numbers, but it's a really good idea, again, to familiarize yourself with this investor slide deck so that you get more and more comfortable reading financial statements, and when these earnings reports come out, you have a good understanding of whether they're on track or meeting their earnings or hitting their numbers. So this is just one small example, one small step of building on your financial literacy and building on your comfort of investing, is reading some of these financial statements. So take your time, look through stuff like this, but a 43% CAGR is pretty good. The other thing I wanted to share with you is a couple brief clips of Chamath Palihapitiya speaking on CNBC, talking about SoFi going public. This aired back in January. Here, have a look.
Chamath Palihapitiya announcing here on halftime his latest special acquisition company will merge with the popular fintech firm SoFi. You know that well. And take that company public. There's Chamath. He joins us now. Congrats. Welcome.
Hey, Scott. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Happy New Year.
I know you as well, and I know it's a big day for you. Why SoFi? Have you been targeting fintech for a while? How did this come together?
Yeah, you know, a lot of the things that I do is try to look back at some of the best investments we've made, like Amazon and Tesla, and try to find patterns. And in this, what I was trying to do was map those patterns into financial services, just because we're at a point in time where it's clear that the banking infrastructure really isn't meeting the needs of U.S. consumers. And so what I did was just kind of systematically try to figure out what was broken in banking, and then try to figure out which company was best representative of the solution that people wanted, which I can basically tell you is 3 things. People want low to no fees, they want fair and transparent lending, and they want a full suite of products so that you can basically have a one-stop shop. And SoFi basically was the top of the list when I looked across all the companies on those dimensions.
We've obviously been following SoFi for a long time.
Okay, I'm going to hit pause right there. How great did that sound, right? So he's trying to solve a solution where that people are already looking for. They want low to no fees. They want an easy one-stop shop. And as he was doing his own due diligence of all the other opportunities that he could have taken, SoFi was the best that he found, which I think is great. And that's exactly what you want to hear from somebody running the ship. Okay, here is a little bit more, another little clip from that same interview.
For a long time. It's been a member of CNBC's Disruptor 50 list, so we're very familiar with it. We're familiar, obviously, with Anthony Noto. The idea of this disruptive force, Chamath, in banking post-financial crisis and what people are looking for, that's a big part of the success of SoFi and certainly of your attraction to it.
Yeah, in fact, the way that I think about this is I call this sort of the anatomy of innovation, right? You look under the hood of the best companies and the best CEOs, they do the following things. The first thing is, when you get a good product, you don't sit on your heels. You double down and you invest really aggressively to use technology to drive down the cost. And then what you do is you deliver those savings onto consumers. Then you launch many more products on top of the same platform. And the most important thing you have to do for people is to democratize access to a key resource. That's what Amazon has done. That's what SoFi is doing. Because the problem that banks have right now is after the great financial crisis, what they've done is they make money with hidden fees, with exorbitant fees. They have very restrictive lending practices. Ask anybody who's a middle-income person or a minority or a woman. It's incredibly hard to get access to the money you need to fulfill your dreams. And SoFi has fixed all these things, which is why I think it's such an incredible business.
I mean, SoFi.
Okay, one of the things that I really love about what he just said was that they're going to be passing these cost savings on to the consumer, which I think is fantastic. I think that's exactly what you want to see as a consumer, is that the company that you're working with is trying to help you save money as much as possible. That's somebody that you would want to do business with, and that I think will attract more consumers to the SoFi platform. I also love a couple other things that he mentioned. Amazon, who is very, very focused on the customer. And as I was reading through the rest of their investment pitch on that slide deck, as well as everything else that I've been consuming about researching this company, they are very member focused. They are very customer focused, just like Amazon, and that's what's driven a lot of Amazon's success as well. And then thirdly, he mentioned doubling down when you know you have a good product and not tucking your tail between your legs, but actually putting your money where your mouth is. These are some fantastic quotes from Chamath, and I'm really hoping that SoFi can deliver on some of their promises. Okay, so way back when I first started this financial awareness channel, I did a video, maybe my second or third video. Very few people watched it because I just frankly didn't have that many subscribers at the time. And the video was specifically about whether or not you should refinance your student loan. I'll throw it up on the screen right here. And at the end of the day, we've basically have been SoFi customers for about 2 or 3 years because we did refinance our student loans with SoFi, and we've had such a great experience working with them as a company that I wanted to promote them as a company. So I put a referral link in that video, and since then I've put that referral link in just about every video as well. If you are at all interested, click that link down below. You'll get $10 just for checking your student loan interest rate, and if you actually do end up refinancing, you'll get an additional $300, as will I. So it's a win-win for both of us. If you are planning to make an investment in SoFi and buy some shares of their stock, please make sure you do your own due diligence and take a look at their investor slide deck, their investor relations page. Take a look at their historical chart and maybe try to find a few patterns and try to find a really good entrance point. And more importantly, map out what your trading plan is and your trading exit strategy. Have a good idea of what your time horizon is, of when you're going to enter into your trade, how much money are you going to buy, what's your expected rate of return, how long are you going to hold it. Make sure that you map out an exit strategy before you place that trade. Personally speaking, I love how SoFi is disrupting the financial services sector and that they're basically offering a one-stop shop for customers. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's very important for you to understand. I think that they're doing a great job at trying to acquire a customer early on in their financial lifetime, primarily at college, and helping them with their student loans, hopefully so that as that person's life migrates through adulthood, they're going to be there helping them at every step of the way. So that customer and client acquisition cost is lower and lower and lower the more multi-products that they have per member. So you're finding that person that helps them refinance their student loans at the college graduate level, and then you help them get a credit card, you help them track their money, you help them invest their money, you help them with the down payment on their first home, and so on and so on and so on. So there's a lot to like here, and that's why I think this is not a short-term day trade or a swing trade. I actually really believe in the longevity that this company will be able to deliver on a lot of what they're mentioning here, because as someone coming from the financial services industry, where you want to work with a client at their stage of life where they're in now and grow with that client, that's exactly what SoFi is trying to do as well. So I resonated a lot with what they're trying to do, which is why I think this is a really healthy, good, long-term hold. Hey, if you're not sure if you should invest in a Roth 401k or pre-tax 401k, go ahead and click this video right here. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate your time. See you in the next one.